Hello, my name is Lamar Bloom. I would like to talk about some characteristics that I believe transfer from our Suzuki lessons into everyday life. This is my childhood doll, Noma. And Noma, you're going to help me get ready and get dressed for life. One of the things I think our students gain is an appreciation for the abilities and struggles of others. When any student plays their first twinkle on a recital, all of the parents are so appreciative. They like to cheer them on, they like to encourage the new parents, and because they remember where their child was when they were the new student in the studio. Recently, I had a student come in with a heavy heart. She had just seen her best friend taken by the paramedics to the hospital right from the classroom. Obviously, she was not in the mood for a violin lesson. She cried on her mom's shoulder for a few minutes, and I just listened, and then we decided we could play some songs, some things that were easy, some things that were slow, and after a while we transitioned into the regular part of the lesson. At the end, Mary had had a very successful lesson. She was also ready to go home and call her friend and see that she was okay. Another element is a sensitive way to listen. As musicians, we have to listen to everything we do. We have to listen to our pitch, our dynamics, our tone color, our phrasing, in order to make beautiful music. Many years ago, I had a student come into the studio. She was 5 years old, and she was laughing, and she said, "Mrs. Bloom, my E string sounds like my A string." I thought this was wonderful because she could hear that her strings were out of tune. She could tell which one matched the other one, and she thought it was funny. So to incorporate all of the joy of music, we listen very closely. Honestly evaluating our own pursuits. I think that this is something that helps students mature into responsible adults. I've heard a story many years ago about Dr. Suzuki and another teacher listening to a student. The student played an entire piece badly out of tune, and at the end, Dr. Suzuki said, "Yes, you can play." The teacher was baffled. Why would Suzuki say something when it didn't sound very good at all? Suzuki's response was that yes, the child could play, we just have to help him listen and learn to evaluate his playing and know what is in tune and what is out of tune. The ability to dialogue with others is something that we should treasure. It is something that takes time, and it involves trust on both parties. It is a sought-after relationship in our society today. Because of our longevity with our students, we have the privilege of making some of these kind of relationships. Many Suzuki teachers can tell you how their students have returned year after year and kept in contact with them. Some become friends for life, and each student benefits from being in contact with their teacher. A sense of appropriate behavior. The bow frames the lesson. The student knows what to expect from beginning to end. They learn to make eye contact. They learn to listen politely. They learn to play. They enjoy the relationship with the teacher. I believe that solo recitals and group concerts become springboards for learning good manners. Knowing how to dress appropriately, how to answer the phone politely, are all skills that can be developed from learning the manners of the Suzuki lesson. So I think, Noma, you're ready to go. Let's get your purse, because you can you can carry all of these ideas in your purse. So let me just state them once again. An appreciation for the abilities and struggles of others, a sensitive way to listen, honestly evaluating our own pursuits, the ability to dialogue with others, and a sense of appropriate behavior. Now we're ready. We are dressed for life and ready to go.